His whole life is about racing. He doesn't do anything else.
And you never get bored of it?
No, never. I'm Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen is a four-time Formula One world champion.
So that brings us on to number one. Unanimously, Max Verstappen, to nobody's great surprise.
Stay silent until you hear a better driver than Max. Ayrton Senna?
And he was my driver of the season in 21, he was my driver of the season in 22, 23, 24, and he is still my number one driver.
When he puts the helmet on, it all changes, and then he becomes an animal.
You know, here at the track, Max, he's portrayed as the villain of the paddock.
Oh, contact! We were hearing the advice. Advice not taken.
What makes the RB19 a rocket ship this season? The person in the seat.
Max, you could argue, is the first ever really purpose-built F1 driver.
The worrying thing for the grid is that Max is improving every year.
I'm the best driver because I believe that I'm the best. I know that when I sit in the car, I cannot say to myself, today I'm not going to give it 100%.
I want to be perfect. I know that's impossible, but I want to try.
Max Verstappen wins it!
Winning has always been in his DNA.
Nothing in life is inevitable, but you can usually make some educated guesses. And if you had met Max at the age of 1 and looked at his family tree, you would have guessed that he would pretty likely be a go-karting fanatic.
Your family's been a big part of your whole journey. We've mentioned many times before, your mother was a racer, your father, of course, was a Grand Prix driver.
And my family was all about racing, really, so...
If you can see it, you can be it, goes a popular aphorism about role models. Max could see little else.
Yeah, I think it was obvious that I was going into motor racing as well. He knew what went wrong in his career, and we tried to do it better now. So he was trying to make a Verstappen 2.0, really.
He has good genes, but it's up to Max to perform.
The verdict was clear. Max had the potential to be a once-in-a-generation talent.
Max, look, you're going to be a champion, and when you are a champion, people are going to praise you and criticize you in equal measures.
My dad never said I was going to be a champion. He was always the opposite. He would tell me I was going to be a truck driver or like a bus driver.
Really?
Yeah, because he was always, in a good way, I think, you know, putting the, like pressure, but making me realize that what I was doing at the time was not enough.
Did you have a racing hero?
I think that's my dad.
I was 21 and got a contract to go in racing cars. But at that time, I met Jos.
Max is the son of former Formula One driver Jos Verstappen.
Outside of karting, I was like a real girl. But then in my racing, if you made me angry, I could be very aggressive. I think every racer has this in. His dad had this too.
He had a reputation as a driver of being someone not to be crossed.
Sometimes you take it a bit easier than others, and sometimes it got a bit heated.
He was desperate to get back into an F1 car as soon as possible. It is easy, therefore, to see how he might have been eager to throw his weight around, with an ego still inflated enough to believe he had been wronged, and to ensure he would take umbrage at being asked to share or even vacate a parochial karting track.
I went to prison. I stayed 3 nights in the police cell, but still, I'm not proud of it. I had time to think and to reflect.
Visiting him, it was weird, of course, to see your dad like that. Definitely one of the hardest times in my life.
They were fighting a lot, and then in the end, they were like, it's better to separate.
I was 9 years old. After my parents got divorced, I lived with my dad. It's not a nice age because you realize everything. That family feeling is gone, you know, it's like broken.
The best thing is that Max stays with my dad because they were always karting and you take care of her.
I knew that if Max wanted to achieve where he is now, that I had to let him go.
What can you do? You can just sit there and cry, but I mean, it's not going to solve anything and it's not going to bring you anywhere.
I only know that I gave a lot of love to my kids, and I think Jos did it in his way as well.
I know that it's very, very controversial the way Jos molded Max.
Gewoon met 2 benen op de grond blijven staan.
Is dat lastig in dit wereldje? Of juist door de mensen om je heen niet?
Nee, ik denk dat ik hoe ik opgevoed ben, denk ik niet.
Hoe ben je opgevoed?
Hard.
Maar strikt als
Nee,
in...
gewoon, ik moest er wel serieus mee bezig zijn, anders dan wou hij ermee stoppen.
It was a bit like, why does it need to be like this?
He was probably 8 or 9 or something. And after Wednesdays after school, because school was finished at 12, we went to the go-kart track, and it was in the wintertime, it was freezing. So I let the van run so he could warm up, and then we did 10 laps. Cold. I said, okay, go warm up. And then 3 minutes later, where is he now? I said, come on, drive. I'm still cold. I said, I don't care, drive. And then he couldn't move his fingers, and I didn't care. I wanted to move forward. Yeah. But then he was,
barely hold the steering wheel.
I'm cold and things like that. And I said, oh, shut up, you know, you're all...
Trying to make me talk, I think.
And I tried to give Max the right information, teaching him what's important for later. A lot of people have no idea what you have to do to arrive at the top of a sport. When I did something, I went for it 100%. And that's what Max doing as well.
Basically, he looked at himself and he said, what could I have done better? And then tried to implement that on me.
But the winner from the Netherlands, dominated throughout, the worthy winner, it's Max Verstappen.
While he has a famous surname, it was Max's results that made people sit up and take notice.
We had been in contact with Max and Jos Verstappen for quite a while.
Such were his results at junior level, Max found himself being approached by several top teams in just his first year away from go-karts.
When he started winning, of course, the others were interested, and I think every Formula One team from the top 5 were interested in him.
Well, we got some phone calls, so yeah, I mean, then I got the chance, you know, at the end from Red Bull, and we were already talking since 2010, I think. We got a really good feeling about it, and at the end, yeah, I think it was mainly the feeling what made the decision.
Then it was clear we want him, and we want him in Formula One as soon as possible.
Just 3 days after his 17th birthday, Max Verstappen made his Formula One debut in first practice at Suzuka. The team had already announced that he would replace Verne in 2015.
I moved to the FIA, and because of Max, we completely had to rethink the super license systems.
It's not how old you are, it's how you conduct yourself and what you do. So I think age is just a number.
As any one of the big brothers here, any sort of important advice for the little brother at the back, Max?
I think despite the fact that he's still young, I think he has a lot of experience. He's quick, otherwise he wouldn't be here. So I don't think he needs much advice.
Here goes Max Verstappen on Felipe Nasser, round the outside. It's bold, it's brave, it's beautiful from Max Verstappen.
Matt, that was a hell of a drive. Yeah, it was very exciting.
Okay, we need to swap positions. It was the kind of sight that made his father very happy.
You know why they asked you to let him go? I don't know, I still have to speak to the team. How much trouble are you going to be in? I don't know, I'm very happy with my decision.
Come the spring of 2016, Max will certainly be very happy with this position.
And there were shockwaves in the paddock when the news broke that Red Bull had decisively promoted 18-year-old Max Verstappen to its lead team.
I'm happy with the chance they've given to me, and I will try to make the best of it, and we'll see where it ends up.
I still have some years in front of me to try and be the youngest F1 Grand Prix winner, so I will try to go for that.
The sun is out, the smiles will be out. At 18 years and 227 days old, Max Verstappen wins a Formula One Grand Prix, wins the Spanish Grand Prix, and is the youngest driver ever to win a Formula One World Championship Grand Prix.
Unbelievable, Max. Unbelievable.
Max Verstappen, you are a race winner. Fantastic. What a debut. Fantastic. Great job.
Thank you very much, Christian. Yeah, to come into a new team and straight away win the race. Incredible.
When you won in Barcelona, was any of your happiness actually relief to have proven Red Bull was right to back you?
It is something, you know, what helps a lot, I think, a victory. It's not everything, because, I mean, you have to prove yourself over a whole season and then again and again.
It brought the youngster down to earth with a bang.
I crashed.
The laughing stopped at the start of 2018.
with Verstappen involved in crashes and incidents at each of the first 6 races.
Another accident for Verstappen.
It was a difficult time for the Dutchman. Worse than 2016, when other drivers complained that he was defending under braking.
Hey, come on, this is ridiculous now. He's just turning when I'm going full speed on the right.
Race control took no action for the incident, which sparked much debate afterwards.
Are you happy with the way that you're driving and defending?
Yeah, otherwise I should have got a penalty if it was not correct. So I think everything was also fair again today.
Max wanted to win every time. Doesn't care who is fighting with him.
Someone hit me. Is that who I think it was? Yes. Sore loser.
Max overreacted, got impatient and made stupid mistakes. When he loses control and gets the weak part.
What an idiot! What an idiot! I hope I can't find him now in the paddock because then he has.
I'm really surprised of his behavior after the race. We went on the scale, started to punch me, wanted to punch me and stuff, and this is not professional.
Don't do anything stupid. Just bring the car home.
Nice wake-up call.
That's it. I
That
think
was
you
for
call
him.
that tough love.
I can see, and if he was driving bad, I could see it immediately. And then
Drifting a
it
bit
woke
too
him
much.
up, and
It's a critical time for Verstappen, who has delivered on the hype that had him pitted as the driver of his generation, with plenty still to prove, and a real hatred of one thing.
Losing.
But for the team and for the man, the moment has come now. Max Verstappen wins the Austrian Grand Prix.
That was textbook.
Yes! Oh, this feels good.
He's shown his caliber as a future F1 world champion, one who can win races he shouldn't, lifting the car and team beyond its limits.
People don't go to watch a Formula 1 race and see technical performance.
It is fireworks and flames for Max Verstappen, the winner of the German Grand Prix.
I want a human being who is doing something special.
All Verstappen needs now is a car that can run consistently at the front of the pack, and his era will begin.
Now, you know you're not a world champion yet, but you probably will be one day. Have you even thought about that?
Well, I hope so, at least. I mean, it's always difficult to know, but I just try to do my best on track, and then we'll see where we end up.
Simple question. What do you want to achieve in Formula 1?
Being world champion.
It's a very fine driver at the wheel of that Red Bull car, and Verstappen and Hamilton is the battle that we are expecting to see race after race after race throughout the course of this season. In Bahrain, it was Hamilton who took the honours. Today, he's going to finish as runner-up to a man who wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix this afternoon. Max Verstappen wins the Monaco, the French, the Styrian, the Austrian, the Dutch, the US, the Mexico City Grand Prix. They came, they saw, he conquered. Max Verstappen wins.
The eyes of the world look to the conclusion to Hamilton versus Verstappen in 2021.
It's going to be the biggest race of a generation.
The two drivers contesting this championship are separated by 0 points.
Two of the greatest drivers this sport has ever seen are ready to put it all on the line for the ultimate prize in motorsport.
I started with this when I was 3-4 years old, which is very determined to win, and I just have to make sure that I'm the best in what I have to do.
The finale, the title decider, under the lights here in Abu Dhabi. It's lights out, away we go, and Hamilton gets a decent start, and he's already ahead of Max Verstappen.
The pace of the Mercedes is just too strong today, so Max is driving his heart out there, but we're going to need a miracle.
Oh no, Nicholas Latifi has crashed, and I think that is at turn 14. That will be a safety car. We're going to have one lap of racing to decide the championship in 2021.
This is it. This is it.
Got this, got this, send it!
Ladies
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and give a massive show of respect to the 2021 FIA Formula One World Champion, Max Verstappen.
Some big names on there. Yeah, you're with all of them now.
Yeah, I mean, this was my last goal in Formula One, where I wanted to become a world champion. You know, we had pole positions, fast laps, race wins, you know, all of that. But this was the ultimate dream. He wanted me to be better than him, and he wanted me to achieve more than he ever did. So I can never see it fully as me. When I win races, it's a we, it's not me. And now that, you know, we have achieved that, basically for me, everything what comes next is a bonus.
What does come next for Max Verstappen?
We know what you do when you're at the track. What is your positive distraction when you're away from the track? Do you go out on the ocean?
Sim racing.
Sim racing. So more driving.
Yeah. Because it keeps me, you know, just ready to go. Because I'm spending a lot of time also then on the setup. So I just keep testing myself, and especially, you know, these sim drivers, they're so quick. You know, it's very interesting to see them drive because they have no real experience of a car. But somehow, when you look at how they're braking, how they control it, it is how it should be.
And you have your own team, or you're part of a team?
Yeah.
What is the team called?
Team Redline. We had an amazing year. We've won off basically almost everything within, you know, the sim racing community. So that was also a lot of fun to be part of, because I was having a good time on track, of course, winning in Formula One, but also sharing these moments with them. And actually also sometimes being part of the lineup, winning these races.
Out of the final corner, it's BMW M Team Redline. It's Chris Lullen that will cross the line, but what a victory for the team. Florian Lebigra, Diogo Pinto and Max Verstappen, conquerors of the Green Hell, winners of the 2024 iRacing Nürburgring 24 Hours.
I feel like you're always working, mate, and it's incredible to see your commitment to sim racing overall.
You got to set these standards, Max. You got to put them up higher.
Yeah, but you need to sleep at the same time.
Well,
yeah, but I also need to go faster, so
that's true.
You can sleep when you're dead.
That's a fair point.
Well, it's a big passion of mine, sim racing in general. Trying to find talent from the virtual world, because I think in real life, you know, not everyone has the possibility, of course, of becoming a professional driver.
Maybe he doesn't show this, you know, to the cameras, or people don't actually see how great of a person he is and how good of a heart he has for, you know, young people, and how much he's willing to help.
You know, I need to watch at someone's on board. I'm always picking Max because I think he's the reference to me.
And why are you passionate about this, Max? Like, you know, it's incredible that you've achieved so much in Formula One, yet you're willing to give back, and you're kind of willing to go back to your roots, if you will. But why are you so passionate about sim racing in particular?
I like to, you know, to see people that never really had a proper opportunity, but clearly very talented. I just want to make sure that they have that opportunity in the real world, and hopefully, you know, become a professional driver themselves.
That must have been like really nice to give like Lullen that opportunity for a podium himself, right? To live that dream.
From the Formula One star and his young teammate of the UK, they're going to win the race after 4 hours. The 57th edition of the ADAC Barbarossa Prize goes to Max Verstappen and to Chris Lullen.
He always talks in gear. That's nice. But it's his time.
Who's driving tonight then?
Who's the best driver?
All right then.
Verstappen roars around the outside to take the lead in spectacular fashion. Can anyone stop Verstappen?
It's all well that ends well for Max Verstappen, who's sliding his way out of the final corner and taking the line, winning the Bahrain, the Australian, the Miami, the Monaco, the Spanish, the Austrian, the British, the Hungarian, the Belgian, the Dutch, the Italian, the Japanese, the Qatar, the United States, the Mexico City, the Sao Paulo, the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Max Verstappen wins 19 Grand Prix in a single season.
This is why I love the sport. I love, of course, driving to the limit, but I love winning. I like to be in front. I like to be in front of everyone else.
The Dutch driver will retain his crown. Max Verstappen is a two-time, three-time, four-time champion of the world.
That is 4 in a row, Max. 4 in a row, congratulations.
Winning, you know, that's what defines this sport. And yeah, I just try to enjoy the moment and try to do it as long as I can.
And how much more have you got to give as a driver?
What is very important when you're fighting for a championship is that you are very consistent and you barely make mistakes, and that's what I try to aim for. And of course, you're not a robot, you're not perfect. There are always things that can be done better, but you try to be as close as possible to perfection, I think.
So how close are you to perfection?
At the moment, close, but it's never good enough. I always want to be better, so that's why I try to look at and work on every time.
He came roaring back, but the comeback of all comebacks will fall short. Max Verstappen wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Max, you have given everything. You can be proud of that, mate. Hold your head up high.
We showed that one final time, it was past.
It was really nice to hear your radio message at the end of Abu Dhabi.
Don't be too disappointed. I'm definitely not disappointed. I'm really proud of everyone to never give up.
So is your legacy in Formula One important to you?
Not really. I mean, I'm here at the moment trying to achieve everything I can. I try to, of course, give everything I have to that.
What I have loved this year is that even though you didn't quite get the championship, in everyone's opinion, all of the headlines is that this has been your strongest season yet, because you came from so far behind and then you smashed it. But also at the same time, you're gaining more fans.
You see it in his relationship with the rookies nowadays. They're all looking up to him and aspiring to be him and to achieve what he's achieved. So I think Formula One needs to be grateful for that.
You have achieved your dream, and in doing so, you gave a whole generation of Dutch children a new dream. Because now, in answer to the question, what do you want to be? When you grow up, the response often is, I want to be like Max Verstappen.